I'm delighted to be here with Thomas Niche and Nick Nikiforos. I hope I said that right.
Nikiforos.
Of course I didn't. So let's hope all the rest is going to be just perfect. Both of them are building homes that I have come to call forever home because it's indestructible. Can one of you tell me how it is forever? How long will it last? And what can destroy it or not?
It's made of concrete. The actual core of the building is concrete, and we have insulated forms that surround the concrete. Because it has rebar networked in it, horizontal and vertical, it creates like a tendon effect, and it's all monolithic. The entire shell is poured as one, and it's a solid piece of concrete. The roof and the walls are all connected together, so now you have these tendons, which are the rebar, connecting everything in a cage effect. So it's impact resistance from bombs, from hurricanes and winds and tornadoes and earthquakes, because it's all one monolithic piece. There's no hinge points. Concrete is 100% fireproof, and the actual foam that we use has a fire retardant. It does not support combustion at all. So that when you stucco the outside, there's no way of the fire getting past the stucco layer to even try to melt the foam below it. This style of concrete roof I've been doing for 10 years. Casabella was the first one that we did to prove that the technology could be taken to the roof. This has never been done before in terms of a concept. So the Casabella was a flat roof, and then I incorporated it now into pitch roofs. There was a fear element in the forming industry or the building industry that the concrete weight and everything would be an issue, and trying to form it was an issue. So the conventional forming techniques, which would be plywood and 2x4s, made it difficult to create economically the concrete structures. Frank Lloyd Wright had done several buildings, all concrete, but the cost issue, the barrier to entry, was the cost of the forming.
The other thing is lots of studies have been done with concrete. And when you build a new home, there's lots of glues and gases and things that happen, off-gassing from your refrigerators and your appliances, all the new stuff that comes into your house. Concrete absorbs those things for about 4 or 5 years and just takes them out of the air so they don't go into your body. Concrete is a natural, it absorbs just about anything you can imagine, and it locks it away forever. So it has no effect on the human body at all.
It's a negative carbon footprint is what occurs. We actually go reverse. We're not contributing to the carbon footprint, we're actually taking away the carbon and creating a negative carbon footprint. The fact that the house is forever, if you talk about a conventional building having to be redone every century, if in that aspect, then they have 10 times the carbon footprint that a forever house has in the first millennium. The second millennium, it's again another 10 times. So this is a negative carbon footprint. It's built once, and it doesn't have to be fixed, repaired, and then it's not something that's going to tax the environment. It's a net zero building that's not drawing from the energy grid and creating dependency on fossil fuel. It's again creating another negative footprint. So we're actually correcting the filtration of the concrete is actually like a filter, as you would with those long plants that filter the air. This filters the air and does the same thing. So we're actually improving the environment by having these.
I think that's fantastic, given how many trees we have lost across the country last summer. Not just in Napa, where we are right now, but also in other states. Over 1 million acres of land have been burned, and trees. I don't think we should be even thinking of taking up more trees, and I keep bringing this back to build more homes that create greater carbon, that are food for fires, and self-destructive, and destruction of lives of many people and livestock that it's surrounded by.
Yeah, the trees and the plants they're for our health. They're so we can breathe oxygen.
They're the lungs of
right.
life.
The lungs of and we have to quit.
Your oxygen for us.
We have to quit taking the lungs of the world and using them for something they shouldn't be used for.
Exactly.
It's time for a big change.
Oh, I don't know if you look at the tree and you look at our lungs are the reverse trees. So we breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon. The trees take carbon, breathe out the oxygen. So we are in symbiotic relationship with nature, and I think that these houses are the answer. Mm-hmm. Stop taking out the oxygen of the earth.
And one last point I'd like to make about our homes. Many people in California, Southern California, San Diego, Los Angeles, Northern California, Napa, Mendocino counties, we've experienced so much loss from disasters I mean, it's unbelievable. And Nick and I are dealing with hundreds of people in Santa Rosa right now that are all have post-traumatic stress.
Oh, yeah.
They've lost everything, many generations of heirlooms,
Yeah.
all their belongings, and that doesn't have to happen anymore. If people live in a Integra Spec ICF house built by Greengate,
Yes.
they'll never have to worry about that again.
What
Ever.
an idea. Safe life, safe home.
Safe life, safe home.